what is lazy lad trying to imply? I think something that all of us know, the fact that boys, lads are always so lazy to do anything, to lift their fingers even. Am I right?
Yeah, probably. My wife would vouch for that also,
Yeah.
yes.
And they just, y'all just love sitting in front of the television set and just switching channels. It's so frustrating. And if a cricket match is on, then... and you're like couch potatoes. A term was coined for men.
Imran, would you?
I'll defend myself now. Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think men try to delude themselves that you know, if there's any boss at home, it's them. But I think when they come back home, women completely take over. And yes, men are couch potatoes. My wife would completely vouch for that. When I'm at home, I'm pretty much doing everything that I do in the song. It's just lolling in front of the television, switching channels, and just sometimes staring into nothing. I think it's that's my best pass. I love video games. That's one of the things my wife hates about it. So if I plop myself on the couch, I could go on for like 7-8 hours without doing anything, and you know, I don't hear sounds. I'm just glued to the television. So I think that's pretty much how guys are. I think everyone has their own things to do at home.
Yeah, and you know, reading the paper from cover to cover, like, you know, the world affairs will get affected if you didn't. What else? Let me think. Yeah, staring into nothingness. And of course, Angry Birds. Are you obsessed with that?
Yeah, I was. I finished up. I topped all the scores actually. Yeah.
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 I know so many of my friends who say this. Luckily, I haven't experienced that yet. But that they're just looking into their phones like their lives depend on it. You know, it's just something that everyone's going to identify with. Lazy lad.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's it takes that a couple of notches higher. What is very interesting about this video is that we have our house in the film, which has been completely revamped. So it's a louder, it's more colorful, kinkier version of the house, which apparently
which is
Neetu
what
has done up in the film.
Imran loves.
Yeah. So you can see from her dress sense in the film. This is the future. You know, all the Cosmo chicks and Vogue chicks will be wearing this in the next year. So yeah, and she's done up the house. The cheetah print sofas. There's a furry aquarium.
Yeah.
Fur on it. There's grass growing on the wall. And to top it off, she's got furry handcuffs.
Yeah, and the orange lampshade. You forgot about that.
The orange lampshade, yes.
And the car, the bonnet of the car, which has been used. I think. Yeah. You know,
this looks like you skinned the cat and you put everything.
But really, the designers in the world should just watch out for me, because whether it's clothes or interiors, I'm just going to take over.
Yeah, completely.
It's such a fun song and it's such a fun house. My costumes are, of course.
Yes.
You know, so
I'm speechless. Especially the guitar one. No, and she's wearing these horns in the film, which is, I don't know what Raj had in mind. I think that's kind of symbolic to something. Horns. And has become a Viking horn thing that she's going to kind of...
Yeah, I think it's just so outlandish, it's so bizarre, it so belongs to another world. And yet it belongs here, because I'm sure we've seen houses, not exactly like this, but you know, you've seen elements like this in people's houses and you wonder,
I've actually seen a house like this.
Yeah?
Someone has probably done, yeah, they've done it their room like this. They have this thing for colors and the pink fur thing. Yeah, but that's, I guess.
You know, and people dress like that, and it's so real that it's funny. It's utterly funny and delicious, if you know what I mean.
Thankfully, I'm not wearing the pink polka dot night suit. We give that a pass. Yeah. I'm pretty much the most sober thing in the song, though.
Yeah, really. In the film, I think.
Yes.
In the film, too. He just doesn't react. Maybe that's how husbands become after a while. Not... Yeah, they just don't seem to react to anything. They're just looking at you like... Yeah.
I think it generally happens in the 4th or the 5th year.
Yeah, it's not yet happened to me, if that's what you're trying to hint at. It's not yet happened to me.
Another 3 years.
I also want to tell you that he's actually Bachchan from Sholay. Imran Hashmi has this great knack to say the scariest things in the most matter-of-fact fashion. Just before I got married, he told me, he said, "Oh, it's great, you're getting married." I'll never forget that conversation. And he said, "It's all fantastic until the 2 days before the wedding, and then reality hits, and then you want to run away, but it's too late."
Yeah,
and
yes.
what happens?
Do you
Your
feel
life
that way,
changes.
Vidya?
I got
Confession?
married. I got married.
No, I know you got married. Everyone gets married, but then.
No, and
eventually what
yesterday I
happens
must
2
tell you,
days
the
before?
first thing he greeted me with was, "See, I told you, you're looking married." He's constantly throwing bombs at you.
There's a married vibe once someone gets married. You just
Which
look
is what?
married.
That
I
you're
don't
that
know.
you're
I
that
don't
you're
know.
open to having
No,
an
like
extramarital affair.
it's all it's the end. The end has begun. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's been fantastic. I think the entire schedule that we had long time back, we shot almost 7-8 months back, and drilling schedule, we had the major chunk that we shot together in the house, and those were some fun moments where you had these silences on a dining table that used to make us crack up, because the humor itself, I think, works, and it'll work like how with the audience. And the scenes inherently, the marriage, how it gets after a couple of years, and how these two individuals have become, and they're almost at each other's throats. They love each other, but it's just different equations. So I think it was great fun. Raj, I think, has made a fantastic film, and these songs somewhere just add to that zone in the way we had. First of all, I like to say Amit Trivedi has done some fantastic work in this album. The flavor of the songs is going to grow across the board. Very, very fun, very unique songs. And again, the guys who shot this video are fantastic.
And I must tell you that Imran Hashmi is the most serious comic actor when he's doing comedy. Sorry, can I rephrase that? Don't use this. Sorry. I want to say that I am by far the most serious comic actor you'll find. Imran used to crack up all the time, but I was doing my job very, very seriously. But he always tried to distract me. So what if I'm lying?
Yeah, I know.
All wives do.
Yeah, I know. All wives do.
Husbands
God,
make you do.
You always lie.